Crushing my junk, crushing my junk. My spandex undies are crushing my junk. Whoa! Hey, that's a little TMI for it's not even 5 a.m. Behold the Bob Ross morning. Can you see the... Yes, perhaps you can. It's pretty cloudy, but it's lifting. It's a nice, cool morning here in late June 2025 on Live and Learn, the morning gratitude show, and it's Apolitically Incorrect Friday. Oh, what did the fascists do now? Oh, Trump is is the best thing that ever happened to you because you needed a boogeyman. I mean, we'll get there. Yeah, I'm still running through the sick lung cycle from last week. Good morning. Welcome to Live and Learn, the morning gratitude show, where we start off our mornings with gratitude and adjusting the front of your underwear. They got these spandexy kind of underwears, boxer briefs, and they're kind of restricting to Sully Jr. and the boys. How are you? Beautiful morning, the gateway to the weekend, almost there. I'm blessed and grateful to have a weekend, and I start off my day with gratitude, with the gratitude list. I start off my gratitude list with a preset setting, a formula, a method, one could say. I call it the Sully Foundation method. That I have a select few things, actually several things, and that's what I start my gratitude list off with. And it's not just to repeat myself for content's sake. No, it's to develop an emotional, mental, and spiritual muscle memory. So you're strong enough that you can carry this through and out. And it's worked for me. I know who I am. I know what I needed. Some daily practice. It's 64 degrees at 4:51 a.m. That's 9 minutes before the big hour of 5 o'clock. 64 degrees Fahrenheit. So none of you people over on the other side of the world think, anything, about that and this and the other thing. Hey, waka waka, woozle wuzzle. All right, it's time for the Madman and Jim. How are you? Good to see you. So I start off my gratitude list with the foundation method. I roll out of bed every weekday morning at 3:47 a.m. I'm already grateful for 11 things, and I keep adding to that. Be safe, guys, gals. God bless the firemen. I'm grateful and blessed for firemen. Seriously. I grew up alongside of a firefighting family. I did. No joke. So yeah, my gratitude list. I started off with what I call the foundation method. The patented Sully Foundation method. Patent pending. And it's my way. I've developed it. My gratitude list, when I was given to it as a suggestion to do over 5 years ago, did not contain instructions. It didn't come with a diagram or any one of those a Lego or IKEA style pictograms. How to assemble. No, it didn't. I had to do this on my own, and I did the best I could. So I came up with what suited me the best and what could be most effective. And the gratitude list is the most effective thing that I've ever had for a coping mechanism, to give me focus, to cut through the haze of delusion and anger and despair and depression. You know, I've been depressed all my life, but I've never felt so good about myself. I've never held the forces of depression at bay so much. I feel like, you know what I mean? I hate to sound boastful or hubris, or is it hubritic, that I've conquered depression. No, it could probably bite me in the ass at any time. Kind of like my asthma. Have I conquered my asthma? No, it's still there. It just, I'm on top of it. I'm running my asthma. I don't let my asthma run me. Well, guess what? I'm running my depression. I'm not letting my depression run me. Ah, here comes the bus again, busting down the street for a pedestrian, busting all the poor people to and from work. Here it comes again, here it comes again, bus. Bus, 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 bus. Good morning, bus. It's time for the morning bus. Your Sully takes the morning train. He works from 9. Good morning. I'm well. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Thank you, sir.
Fridays are definitely the best day.
I am grateful for my family, my friends, my faith, my freedom, my health, my union job, a good night's sleep, a solid breakfast, the peace that comes from being a single man my age, my sobriety in whatever form it takes today, because it is day by day, dude. And with its peaks and its valleys, its highs and lows, its wins and losses, I'm here on this ride. And also I am very grateful, most grateful for the U.S. military, for the past, present, and future, for the veterans, the active service people, and most definitely the ones that gave their lives and paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms, our culture, our nation, our borders, our way of life, the greatest country ever in history. That's why people struggle to get here. It's true. And it's Apolitically Incorrect Friday. Apolitically Incorrect Friday is something I started during the election cycle last year. See, I am politically homeless. I am politically non-binary. I consider myself to be in the radical far middle. I used to just say far middle, and then I added radical far middle to it because it sounds, it's a pun, it's satire, it's supposed to be funny. I think it just far middle sounds better because it's like, once you add that extra word, it's 3 more syllables. You too, buddy. Take care. God bless. Drive safe. Bus! Bus, 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 bus! Oh my gosh, you're so foolish. You put this on the internet every day. Apolitically Incorrect Friday. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh. Well, it's kind of, you gotta balance it. What can you say on YouTube anymore without getting your channel struck, without getting a takedown, you know? Like, I don't do this for negative attention or even positive attention. I just do it because it's like, this is my hobby. I'm a YouTuber. Kinda. I have a small but growing channel. I've got, you know, hundreds and hundreds of videos, a body of work spanning a few years now, curated subjects. And politics was something I used to be really into. See, like, okay, I'll admit it. When I was 18 years old and I registered for, you know, for selective service, the draft, and became, you know, and registered to vote, I registered as a Republican. I was from the South Boston projects, the Mary Ellen McCormick housing development, formerly known as the Old Harbor projects. All my friends were Republicans too. Seriously. They were for more better off middle class homes than me. But I always thought I'd be in a higher tax bracket. I thought I was going to be an attorney or an astronaut. But no, I'm just me. So buttons. But I really never voted Republican either. And also being, who was my Republican hero in a way was our governor, William Weld. Bill Weld had been elected the governor of Massachusetts in 1992 and ushered in an era of Republican governors that helped get us big pharma, the big dig, and it really made Boston put Boston up a couple of levels. It's really interesting in hindsight. So Bill Weld was more of a socially liberal but fiscally conservative kind of governor. Charlie card, coffee, tea pass. Go. Holster that thing. Ooh-wee. Pull that smoke wagon. Before we get to the apolitically incorrect stuff, let's get to the nationally appropriate. I'm very patriotic. I love my country. I love our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let us get it on. 12 minutes until the first subway of the day arrives to take us into the big bad city. So yeah, Apolitically Incorrect Friday was something I started doing during the election cycle of the 2024 presidential election campaign-y, stuff thingy. And I used to have a pretty big political acumen. I used to read the daily paper. I used to read the Sunday paper. I used to read the last page in the front section, which is the editorial opinion page, where you could find opinions written by very smart people, where they could actually let their political bias out a little bit instead of pure journalism. Journalism's a science. Remember this. It's about who, what, where, when, how, why, and answering questions, a thesis statement, and trying to report facts without a confirmation bias, without having, your personal beliefs come through. That would make it an opinion piece, or yellow journalism, or a level of propaganda. And propaganda is more of a government-sponsored thing too. But yeah, so I registered as a Republican when I was 18 because we had William Weld was our governor here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in 1992, and I really liked the guy, and I registered as an independent by the time I was 30. Why? Well, because it was it was like we'd going through the 90s, and so we went from George Bush the elder to Bill Clinton, Rock the Vote on MTV. He's playing the saxophone on the Arsenio Hall late night TV show. He was hip. He was young. I have to do these stairs more and more because I'm like, oh wow, simple stairs are like bugging my thighs. That can't stand. That will not stand. But I stretch my legs every day too. Oof. Apolitical. Get to the matter, man. I don't have one. This is a unfiltered, unscripted, unrehearsed show. I shoot from the hip and the heart and the head. Get into trouble too that way too. So what's going on in the world this week? Oh, who cares? I don't know. Oh yeah. So back to the 1990s. So by the time my first political election, my first presidential election I could vote in was 1992. I voted for the third party. I voted for Ross Perot. And I've been voting for third parties ever since, especially in the presidential election. And you can say anything you want about your own vote, but my vote's my vote. I can vote for whoever I want to, and I don't have to share that information with you. I'm saying this just because it is a point see, we have a two-party system. Okay, a two-party system is only one party away from being a one-party system, and usually, most of the time, it functions as a one-party system, serving the benefits of larger, like financial institutions and things. So I'm more for a better representative democracy where we do need a viable third party or more. And I'm not sold on this, that's going to turn into things like look at the Germans. They got like 13 parties and they can barely get anything done. I think that's a valid counter as well. I'm not going to pish-posh you. But I am saying that there needs to be better parties to better suit people and their goals politically, especially domestically, domestic stuff. So yeah, don't blame me. I voted for Jill Stein 3 times. But people say I voted for Trump 3 times. I voted for Jill Stein 3 times. I don't see the big deal there, Slappy. I mean, I neither like or dislike Trump. I neither didn't like or dislike Biden. I was disappointed with him. Oh my God, Harris was a nightmare. Seriously, you have a problem with women and women of color leading. No, I don't have any problem with women or women of color leading. I have a problem with that individual person. It's ridiculous. You can't have that person leading. That person, it doesn't, there's nothing wrong with Tulsi Gabbard until the Democrats painted her that way. Prove me wrong. Huh? I am, what to do about the ICE problem. Let's just get down to it. ICE. They wear masks and they will bundle you and throw you into a van and you'll wake up the next day in a third world country. I mean, there needs to be, yes, due process. Yes, American citizens should have, more protections than visa, guests here on visas, and especially those who have snuck into the country illegally. I mean, no other. I mean, just don't. You can't sell me on that, or that undocumented and non-naturalized people should be able to vote. Oh, but you tax them if they are legal and you're on a work visa. You darn right you tax them, and they pay taxes on goods and services. At their points of sale, and they get taxed on their on their incomes. Yes, sure. That's part of the agreement of being a guest here. You're contributing to running the place. If this was like a thing in California, like almost 500,000 people who had voted were ineligible to serve on jury duties because they were not citizens. I mean, I still believe in in devious minds, probably because I have one, and that you're letting our borders open. You're letting in potential disruptors to our nation. You forget that America has our enemies. You definitely could be an ally and in league with those enemies. with the socialists, Marxists, the opposite and the enemy, the traditional enemy of capitalism. It's not a perfect nation, and I know that. But it's the best country in the world. That's why people struggle, strive, kill, and die to get into this country for that better life, for this American way. You think they'd stay home if there was nothing here? Yeah, come on. But you can't have foreign nationals voting in your elections. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. That is retarded, wicked retarded. Wicked retarded. Oh, but they have a right to... no, they can become citizens, and voting is a privilege. Voting is taken away from criminals. You know that, right? Criminals do not, have been disenfranchised from the vote because that's part of the social contract. They chose to commit a major crime, therefore, that's a consequence. But to let foreign nationals in and to potentially interfere with domestic and international policy, you are out of your fucking minds. I'm a smart dude. I can be sold on stuff. I am full of compassion, empathy, and I can get behind good ideas. I can even be sold on bad ideas too. I'm a human. I'm a person. But I can't be sold on letting our guard down. See, that's the whole mind virus allegory. Like, you've been infected with the mind virus. You have agreed to let our defenses down because you're taking your orders from a nebulous, hive mind that is anti-American and anti-freedom. Sorry, I mean, geez. I wish there was... And then all my thoughts of dark force theory start kicking in, and I'm like, oh gosh, this is not going to end well. But it's going to somebody's plan. It really is. I mean, sorry. My baby takes the morning train. She works from 9 to 5, and then she takes another home again to find me waiting for her. I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. And the older I get, I understand that my opinion doesn't matter one bit. My opinion will only serve to, to put kind of these imaginary hurdles in the way of my pre-existing relationships with people and friends and family who don't share these values. They've been taught to reject and shun and ostracize friends and family that don't share their ideology. We used to call that cult mentality. Now we just call that Marxism, right? I can't can't agree to Marxism. I mean, like, and I'm proletariat. I am blue collar. I'm a proud union employee too. A union is a very localized form, a very small form of socialism that that works on a very small scale. Even the oh, here comes the train. Mind the yellow platform line, please. Here comes the train. Stand back a bit so you don't get hit by the train. Make sure we cover up the front facing camera so my friend here doesn't think I'm taking pictures of them. Yes, I'm going to crop and paste your head on top of a hairy naked man so I could think about you at night, my friend. Oh, yes. No, I'm being silly. So yeah, I mean, I used to really give a shit about politics. Lefty people scare me more than righty people. At least righty people are proud of their nation. They want to conserve our resources. You can't give away everything to everybody. I mean, it's like have we forgotten that America has their enemies? That they're patient and slow, and they've done, they've infiltrated places like education. I mean, and news media. I mean, seriously, yeah, and entertainment. All through, these. I can be sold on good ideas and occasionally a bad idea. Why can't I be sold on lefty progressive Democrat ideals? Because I grew up in a very poor place and I've seen what unlimited handouts do to people. You make them weaker. We need strength, knowledge. I don't know. I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. But this has been Apolitically Incorrect Friday. I'm grateful and blessed that I have the wisdom to, know when to give up. No, not give up, but let go. I mean, I let go of my political kind of acumen. It's not that I don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter. It just, to me, personally, how is it helping me? How does it have to help me find a girlfriend or a wife? I mean, what matters most to me? Nothing matters. See, I don't matter. All that matters is like I'm your ally and I say the right things in the right places and keep my mouth shut. That ain't it, man. That ain't it at all. And that's far from the American way. And it's probably going to get a lot worse before it gets better, if it ever gets better. And it's just going to get, you have to watch what you say on YouTube. You really do. Well, have a great morning. Have a great weekend. Tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern for Wes's Thinking Criticals, Comics Aficionados, where I'll be on the panel once again with the boys and talking about comic books. This week's comic books, new releases, things going on in the world of pop culture. Basically comic books. Comic book talk. I got my own show on Sunday, the Super Sully Sunday stream. The following week, there might be a programming update. We all have to work on Sunday, so I don't know if I'll be home in time. We'll see. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. It's been Apolitically Incorrect Friday. Here at the Super Sully channel. Yeah. I've been single for so long, I don't care about anything anymore. I have no stake in the future. I'm just going to have to live my life. One day at a time, one foot in front of the other. I'm sorry if that sounds black-pilled. Really, what? Don't worry about it. You might have a stake in the future. You might have kids. If you do, then you have a stake in the future.
Entering Wollaston.
I mean, I don't. I don't even have.
Entering Wollaston.
Oh, wow, the sun is rising. What a beautiful dawn. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. You have a great day. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.